Hi, reader friends. It's Vanessa from the Cozy Chapter, and today I'm going to share with you a reading vlog where I show you how I fit in reading during my 9 to 5 job. I work a hybrid remote office job, and I typically work from home in the mornings and then I go into the office in the afternoon. So I want to show you how I fit my reading in during the day. And just to be 100% honest, this is more of an ideal day. This is going to show you where I fit all my reading in. But sometimes if I'm reading in the morning, I just end up going back to sleep. Or sometimes I will scroll my phone. Sometimes I'll skip the reading. This is just really more ideal and to show you how I fit it all in. So come along with me today. So I'm out walking Morty and I am listening to the audiobook The Love of My Afterlife. I literally just started it, so I don't have too much to say about it yet, other than I was really surprised there was an English accent on the audiobook, which I'm not mad about at all. It sounds kind of cute. I was kind of thinking like, oh, this is going to be a little bit morbid, but it's kind of reminds me of, I think, that show The Other Place, um, and kind of just a funny take on it. Anyways, this is one of my special things, or this is one of my things that I do in the morning that kind of keeps me sane, is before I start my work day, I walk my dog for about close to an hour. Hi, reader friends. It's just about 9 o'clock, and I am about to start work. I'm working from home this morning, but I wanted to also update you guys on what I read this morning before I went on my walk. So I usually wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to read. I know that's early. It's one of those things that I'm not really an early bird, but I just have to wake up early to read. Otherwise, I just feel like I didn't get a good start to my day. So I wanted to kind of debrief you guys on what I read this morning. So, like I said, I don't like to wake up super early. So I didn't get a lot read, but I started reading Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. And it's a really, really interesting book so far, or at least the concept is really interesting. And I don't really know like the direction that it's going to turn. So the premise is that some sort of unthinkable disaster happened 4 years prior, where they called it the low probability event, and 8 million, I'm looking at the flap, 8 million people died, strangled by balloon ropes, torn apart by manhole covers, attacked by a chimpanzee, all kinds of crazy things. And so the main character is like a statistics and probability professor. And so all that stuff is going to happen. And then I guess some special agents are going to come to her house. I haven't gotten to this part yet, and ask her to help with a casino that's having an alarming amount of luck, or an exceptional amount of luck. It's just such a cool concept. I don't really know the direction that it's going to turn. I did notice that for the low probability event, like describing all that, that was a little, I guess you would call it macabre. So there's that, if that matters to you. But anyways, really interested so far. Only on page 44. It's a really, really short read, so I hope that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to start work in a little bit, so I won't be reading, but I will check in with you guys next time I start reading. All right, I am in my car. I'm getting ready to drive into work. So on the way, I'm going to listen to The Love of My Afterlife. And I listened to it a little bit more when I was packing my lunch for work. And I think it's starting to be cute. I love like the quirkiness of it. And I think we may have met our love interest. We'll see. I'm not that deep into it. And they referenced the movie Clueless, which just extra points for that. So I'm going to listen to that on my way to work, and then I may be able to add in some reading time at work just on my break over there, but we'll see what happens. After work, I plan to go to yoga, and I usually do a little bit of reading when I get into my yoga class, so I'll update you then. All set for work. I've got my coffee, my water bottle, my lunch, my purse with my book, and my stuff for yoga for later. I just got to work and I just wanted to do a quick update. I was listening to the book on the way to work, and the book took a different twist than I was expecting, but I'm really intrigued. So, good things so far. Hi guys, I am going for a walk at work. I was hoping to kind of read when I took my break today, but I just needed to get out of the office. And I don't have my headphones, so I'm not listening to a book or anything. But anyways, that's what I'm doing. Hi guys, it is 5 o'clock and I'm done with work for the day, and it is Thursday and I don't work on Fridays. So I'm off for the weekend, which makes me so happy. I have one more week until my vacation and I am just so ready for it. Anyways, a couple things. So right now I am dressed. I got ready to go to yoga, so I'm going to go over to yoga, and usually try to get there like 10-15 minutes early, lay out my mat, and then I'll read my book for a little bit. I was telling my husband recently, I'm like, when I go to yoga, my favorite parts about yoga are laying on the mat before class and reading my book, and shavasana at the end where you just lay on your mat. And he goes, you mean like not the yoga? And I'm like, well, yoga's part of it. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably just get a little bit of reading done. It just feels so good after a long day of work just to go to yoga, get some exercise, get some movement, and then read a little bit. It just, for me, it relaxes my mind. I mean, if you're here and you're a reader, I'm assuming you're a reader if you're watching my channel, you know what it's like. You know that reading can just separate you from the world, and it can just feel so good. So that is what I'm going to do right now. After that, I'm going to head home. I'll eat dinner, do all the things, and I'll check in with you guys later. So I'm back home now. I went to yoga. I went home, listened to the love of my afterlife a little bit on the way home, and I had dinner. I showered. I'm cozy in bed now. I'm probably going to read a little bit of this book before I go to sleep. And I'm like on page 62 in this book right now. I'll probably read a little bit more. But once again, I'm liking this book so far. One of the things that I really like about it is, even though the cases or the situation in this is super extreme in the way that she is so guided by statistics and probability, because she's a statistics and probability professor, and the incident that happened is called the low probability event. So, and all these crazy things happened. It's these two extremes, but I can really relate to it, I guess, in the way that we seek order in things, we seek patterns, we seek that to help us understand the world. And when those patterns don't fall into the places that we expect them to be, it can be stressful. It can be anxiety inducing. So I kind of feel like I feel like that's one of the themes, one of the points that he's trying to get across in the book. I have high hopes for this one. I'm enjoying it so far. Love of My Afterlife, like it. I'm like an hour into the audiobook. I just started it. I think it's going to be good. I really didn't know that much about it going into it, just because I like to kind of go into it blind. I know I just heard a lot of positive reviews about that one, so I said let's give it a go. And like it so far. I like it's quirky. I like that it's not as morbid as I was kind of thinking it might be. Um, yeah, like that one so far. And if you follow the Booker this week, they just announced the Booker Prize shortlist, and I've read two of the books on there, which I was excited to have read two. So I've read Audition by Katie Kitamura, and I've read Flesh by David Szalay. I can't. It's Szlay. I think. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna link it down below so you can just look at it yourself. Um, so I read both of those books. I liked both of them. I think Audition by Katie Kitamura was the better of the two, in my opinion. What do I know? The one that was better to me, I like that one. I felt like afterwards I was really thinking about it for a while and trying to process it and understand it. So if you like books like that, that you've got to kind of figure out, that one, give that one a go. And then the one that I was most excited about is a book that I actually have not read, but I've been trying to get my hands on it, is I think it's called The Rest of Our Lives by by Ben Markovitz. Like I said, link it down below so you can look if I completely butcher these names. I really, really want to read that book because I've heard that it is the male version of All Fours by Miranda July, which there were just like mixed reviews on that one. I heard like people really liked it and people really didn't like it. And I really liked it. I really thought it was saying something. And I enjoyed it. I mean, it may make my top 10 list of the year. Who knows? So I really, really want to read the male version of it. So that book, at least from what I've found, I cannot get my hands on it right now. I think I could order it from England. So I'm going to England in December. So maybe I'll get it then if I don't get my hands on it between now and then. But if you know how to get it, or if you know what the release schedule is for here or for the States, and please let me know. So that is that about the Booker. If you're here and you listen to that whole Booker conversation, or great job. If you're still here, thank you so much for being here. I'm just getting started on this channel, and I appreciate all the support that I've had so far. I'm really planning to put a lot more content out and just kind of start to create a community here. So keep an eye out. Please subscribe. Please like. Coming up soon, the next vlog that I plan on doing is doing a fall reading vlog for the book If It Makes You Happy, the one that I keep seeing everywhere, and I've had posts and stuff about it so far. I saw a blog today, somebody talking about it, saying it was really good, and now I'm like really, really excited. My only apprehension on that one is I think it's like around 500 pages, which is really long for a romance novel. But you know, if it's good, it's good. I mean, I have high hopes for that book. I love that it looks like Gilmore Girls on the cover, and it's the fallest book cover I ever did see. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.